Hi, welcome to Discovery Time Online. My name is Miss Katie, and this story time is brought to you by the Phoenix Public Library and First Things First. Today we're going to be talking about the water cycle. Before we jump in, we're going to do our hello song, so let's see those hello hands. Okay, let's do it. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Welcome to Discovery Time. Our early learning message of the week, grown-ups, is when we give children chances to explore and do new things, it helps them learn their science skills. Science skills help with problem solving, math, and learning new vocabulary. So today we're going to be talking about the water cycle. So one way that children can build their science skills is by observing things. Observation is a science skill that everybody can utilize. So we're going to explore and observe something using our 5 senses. That's sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. And what we're going to explore today is steam. So I have got some steam. I don't know if you can see it rising up. It is, but we're going to use our 5 senses to explore it. So let's use our 5 senses. So we're going to use sight. So let's look at the steam. So I see it. It looks sort of like wispy clouds, and it's going up, 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 up. Okay, so that's sight. Hearing, I can listen. I can hear the water boiling, but I don't hear anything from the steam. It's very quiet. Okay, and then smell. Doesn't smell like anything, but water really doesn't smell like anything. Okay, now touch. I'm gonna put my hand in it. Ooh, it's warm. And it's a little damp. And lastly, taste. So I'm gonna get some on my fingers. Just tastes like water. So that's how we can use our 5 senses to observe and explore steam. Now, steam is one way that water enters our water cycle, but we're going to get back to that later. So I'm going to set up our science experiment. We've got our steam. I'm going to put this box over top. This is going to be our atmosphere. Oh, you can see it's already steaming up. And then up in our upper atmosphere, it's very cold. So I've got this tray of ice I'm going to put on top to help speed along our process. But we'll describe our process when we get to it. But first, we're going to read our book. So our book today is called Raindrops Roll, and it's written by April Pulley Sayer. It was published by Beachling Books, which is an imprint of Simon & Schuster, and it's read with their permission. Raindrops roll. Rain is coming. You can feel it in the air. The sky darkens with storm. Insects take cover. A firefly below a leaf. A fly inside a pod. Rain plops. It drops. It patters. It splatters. Rain waters and washes and weighs down. It fuds, makes mud. It fills. It spills. Rain stops. Yet raindrops remain. They gather. They glob together. Raindrop spangles mark angles. They cling to curves and cover cocoons. Raindrops settle, they slip, they dot, they drip. They magnify and mingle and moisten. Raindrops reflect, they reveal. Raindrops highlight what is real. They linger in lines, and when the sun shines, raindrops slowly dry. The end. So let's dive into our water cycle. So water comes in 3 different forms. We've got solids, which is ice, snow, and hail. We have liquids, which is water. It can come as rain, fog, mist. And then we have gas, which is when it evaporates into the air. It can do that through evaporation or through steam. And it disappears into the air and it becomes tiny itty bitty molecules. And those are the 3 different forms of water. So those 3 different forms of water can make up our water cycle. So the water starts on the ground. It can be in an ocean or a lake or a river, a swimming pool, or even a puddle on the ground. And through evaporation, when it gets really warm, water molecules will evaporate from that puddle or pond, and they will go up into the air, just like our steam is doing. And it goes up into the air, and it goes all the way up into our atmosphere, which is really high up in the sky. And up there, it is much colder than it is down here. And once all those water molecules get super high up in the air, they get cold, and so they start to clump together. And that's what makes clouds. And then once there's too many water molecules all clumped together, the clouds get too heavy and they produce rain. Now, depending on how cold it is, it can come down as rain or sleet or hail or snow or even graupel. So I put this ice up here to represent the upper atmosphere and how cold it is. And if you look, you can already start to see water molecules are forming on our box of our atmosphere. So we're going to let it keep going because it is going to, eventually it'll start dripping, and that's going to be our rain. So this is rain in a box. But yeah, so the water cycle starts on the ground, it evaporates up into the air. And then once the water molecules all come together, that's called condensation. And then when it falls, that's called precipitation. I know those are big words: evaporation, condensation, precipitation. But that's our water cycle. And we need water on our world. It's what makes plants grow and keeps animals healthy and thriving. Water is what makes our world go round. So this water cycle is amazing and so wonderful. Oop, I got a little drip on this side. I don't think you guys can see it, but maybe we'll see some more up here. So our craft science experiment today is shaving cream clouds. So for this experiment, you will need a glass. I'm using a vase. Stick it right there. You'll need a straw or a pipette. You'll need some colored water. I used about a 1/4 cup of water and 4 drops of blue food coloring to make my rain. And you need your clouds, which you use with shaving cream. So we're gonna shake this up and get some good shaving cream going. And we are going to add shaving cream to our glass to make a cloud. Are you ready? Okay. Is that a good cloud? Let's pat it down a little bit, get some more cloud in here. There we go. So when you're using your shaving cream, you want to get the shaving cream that comes out all fluffy and white. You don't want to get the gel shaving cream. That's not going to do the same effect. So now that we've got our big shaving cream cloud, we're going to add some rain to the upper atmosphere. So think of this as our water molecules condensating. So we're going to start adding water. And slowly it's going to seep through the clouds and it's going to rain. Let's see what happens. When do you think it's going to start raining? Has it rained recently where you live? It rained yesterday where I live. We got a whole inch of rain at my house. It's very exciting. Is it gonna start raining in our glass? Almost. Oh, look. Is it starting to precipitate? Let's see. Gotta add some more rain. So I'm sticking the straw in the glass and I'm putting my finger over the top to create suction and a vacuum inside the straw, and then I let go and the water comes out. Oop, look, it's starting to rain in our glass. Well, that was on the outside. That doesn't count. We're getting close. So it can take 40 drops. It can take 100 drops. It just kind of depends on how thick you make your shaving cream cloud. And I made ours pretty thick because what's the fun in doing a small shaving cloud? Shaving cream cloud. Gotta get our precipitation in here. Let's see. Oh, it's starting to drip over in our rain in a box. Okay. Oh, it's starting to rain in our glass. Can you see the blue coming down here in our glass? Let's add some more rain to our cloud. There we go. Getting some extra rain in here. We're gonna make it rain. Look at that rainfall. Look at it go. So remember, when our water molecules get so heavy that the cloud can't contain them anymore, that's when it starts to precipitate. And that looks like rain or snow or hail or sleet or grapple. Okay, that looks pretty good. Well, now that we've made it rain, both in our shaving cream rain cloud and our rain in a box, why don't we sing our nursery rhyme? So if you happen to know 6 nursery rhymes by the time that you're 4 years old, you are well on your way to becoming an amazing reader. So we're going to do Rain, Rain, Go Away. We'll sing it twice in case you don't know the words. Are you guys ready? Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little children want to play. Rain, rain, go away. Do it one more time. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little children want to play. Rain, rain, go away. Good job! That was amazing. Another way to become super readers is knowing your ABCs. You want to sing your ABCs with me? Let's do it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job! We like to go slowly through LMNOP so our children can hear the letters. It makes it much easier to associate them with the written word once they get to that part and learning how to read. So, our e-resource of the week is Scholastic Teachables. Scholastic Teachables is available on our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. It is located in our e-resources section. You can also get to it through our kids page. Scholastic Teachables is a free resource from Scholastic. It has lots of worksheets, crafts, STEM activities, coloring sheets. Did I say coloring sheets twice? I think I did. Mini books and so much more. It has stuff for kids pre-K through 8th grade. And it has items on every single subject that you can think of. I put in water cycle into their search box and I got 44 results of coloring sheets, STEM activities, crafts, and more. So definitely check out Scholastic Teachables on our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. Well, grown-ups, remember, when we give children chances to explore new things, it helps them learn their science skills. Science skills include problem solving, math, and learning new vocabulary. Unfortunately, it is time to say goodbye, but I'm so glad that you could come to Discovery Time today to learn about the water cycle. Remember our 3 buzzwords: evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Okay, well, it looks like my steamer is out of water. It's definitely raining inside this box. It's time for us to say goodbye. So let's get our goodbye hands ready. You ready? Me too. Okay. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for coming to Discovery Time Online. I hope you had fun learning about the water cycle. I'll see you next time. Bye.